Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Oh, my camera is way up, goofed up, out of position. All right, let's go ahead and fix that. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Um, Hope everybody's doing all right. And sorry for all our Canadian friends who having to deal with all the smoke up there. Let's go ahead and say hello to everybody that's shown up tonight. On solo. Got Crazy Trains, BNSF 39, Miss Holly. GME. Welcome back, Mr. Jim. Thank you for being here, helping out. JD Project, welcome back to the stream. Bud Dougler, welcome back. Russ Rocking Trains and stuff, welcome back to the stream, sir. World has arrived. James L, welcome back to Canada. Working on this. Club Chair Traveler, welcome back. Get lost while I'm scrolling through this list as fast as I can. Raven Train, sorry to hear about your migraine, brother. Hopefully you get to feeling better. Mr. Chili Willy, hello Will, welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing well tonight. RDK, welcome to the stream. Mustache Mike, Brother Mustache, Brother Mike, welcome to the back to the stream. Jim Carlson, welcome to the stream. Where is he? Oh, there is that rascal Dave. Welcome back to the stream there, Dave. Mr. Scott Rails. I have missed anybody. I think I got everybody. If I missed you, I'm sorry. I didn't. Hopefully, didn't miss anybody scrolling through everything. Wow, my camera is really the white balance on my camera tonight is way up. I'm looking really pale, and I should be looking a lot darker because I was out in the sun for a bit today. Whew. Oh wow, okay. Let's go about right there. A little less shiny that way. Borderline a little orange though. Have to fix that. Let me fix that again because that should not be that orange. Feeling like a certain somebody. It won't be quite that orange. I did get some sun today, so I'm going to definitely be able to. Wait, hey, calm down, okay. Alright, there we go. So, yeah, George, MBR, welcome back to the stream. Kevin's Tiny Trains, hello, Kevo. Nice stream tonight, sir. At least I'm not the only one that has the issues. You'll get that locomotive ironed out if you hadn't. Couldn't tell if you still had the backup light acting up on you or not, or if you managed to fix it. But you got it. ONR fan Drew, welcome back to the stream. Hello. So let's go ahead and you notice somebody's sleeping over here. He decided to crash out early. So there is no Miranda cam tonight. But instead, it has been put to a little more practical. So let's go ahead and get to the music is a bit loud. All right, not a problem. I was going to actually ask you guys about that. How's that? It has been a long week, Holly. You're not lying. How's the music volume now? Is that better? Too low? Still too loud? All right. Hilarious, because it seems like I leave it alone and then we come back the next week and it's all goofed up again. You like being lazy, you just don't have time? Yeah, that was me this week. Bit low now. All right, we'll bring it up to about 30 and we'll leave it there. There we go. Yeah. The problem is my neighbors are on the little bit older side, a little more crotchety. All right. So we'll leave the music there. So let's show you what we're doing tonight, since Miranda doesn't really need her cam tonight. But don't worry, this is not all we're doing. We are throwing the little layout into the mix tonight. Sitting over here all the time, feeling a little dejected. So what we're going to try something a little different is that we're going to use the small layout as kind of a DC showcase. And so one of the projects that I did this week was I set this layout up as a dual cab. So I can, it had the cabs, the cab switches on the front of the layout since I got it. So I went ahead and set it up to use them. So this is where I practiced my scenery. Make sure I have my scenery mojo still before started tackling the larger layout, which in this cam you can see is actually, you get a pretty decent shot from this camera. You get a pretty decent shot of the scenery over there. So let's go ahead and get the. So for those that are interested, this locomotive is a Lifelike Proto N Jeep 38-2. This would be the tooling that Lifelike ended up selling. It's either Lifelike or Walters ended up selling to Atlas, so that Atlas could produce the Jeep 38-2. Go ahead and get this one going. Definitely seems a bit on the fast side, but we'll go ahead and do that. And now we will cut away to the front camera, which is probably the clearest camera on the entire both railroads. It's the clearest, not necessarily always the smoothest, but definitely the clearest, the best picture. Yes, and caboose. There are caboose on both trains. And so what we have here on the outer track, on the small layout, we have a RSD 4/5 Atlas on Southern Pacific. Also, again, rocking a caboose. See if I remember which way. Oh, there we go. Yes, Douglas. It's always there. I'm always messing with it. So I figured, why not use it for the DCC stuff that may not necessarily get run that often. So, oh yes, so do I, BNSF, very much so. I have a lot of different SP. I'm going to slow the UP down just a hair though. The UP has the better power pack. The SP's running on an old crappy Bachman. I ran out of good power packs. So when I get paid, I'm gonna go and pick up another nicer power pack for this. You know what, James? I'm not exactly sure when this one was supposed to be set. This was a layout that I picked up off of Craigslist, believe it or not, a long time ago. Like probably 12 years ago. I picked this one up off of Craigslist. I think I paid $50 for it. I got the Jeep 38 that you see there cruising along the layout. Buildings, rolling stock, spare track, the Athearn power pack that's sitting up here. And I've had to do some repair work to the track, obviously, you know. In the corner of the layout, it has a date, and I'm trying to see if I can see. Basically, this layout was built in 1985. Was the build date of this layout. And it was actually built off of a set of plans, from what I was told, out of one of the model railroaders around that time. The Model Railroader magazine. So the track you see on the layout is of that vintage. And, you know, it requires a little bit of extra elbow grease to clean here and there, but you know what? I can't really argue with the results and how well it actually runs. It really does run great. It was an amazing deal and another, you know, really awesome find. You recognize the plan? You have that book? Okay, well, see, when I got the layout, I got the layout with a couple of books, but I didn't see this layout plan in any of the books I had. So, yeah, no, it's definitely aged. You know, one of the things I did do to it, you know, right before when I knew I was bringing the large layout home, I decided to go through and spruce up scenery a bit. And it kind of does. Honestly, it looks almost like it's brass tracked, but it's definitely not the nickel silver that we're used to. It's definitely got that patinaed nickel silver look, because when you polish the top, it shines like nickel silver. Right. So but it was originally picked up as a Christmas present for my now 19-year-old daughter, and she had this in her bedroom for several years. And she's actually got her own train and passenger cars for it. She has a little 440 American and a string of cars for it. So can I bring the camera back up a bit? Which one? The one that you're looking at right now? Oh, backing up a bit. I possibly can. Give me 1 second. I gotta move a couple of things. It's on a very long arm that's pretty adjustable. So let me see what I can do here. I have to move this light just a little bit. Come on, easy. Here, we can go for a little bit of a aerial view here. Oh, it'd probably help if I tighten that arm, that elbow down a little bit. Tighten up all the hinge points here. Still gonna want to drop just a bit. Give me a second. Come on, you. All right, well, that's not wanting to play very nice, but here, let me... see what we can do here. Don't want to make everybody sick trying to adjust this, but... how's that there, Club? Let me bring it up just a little bit like that. It's not going to hurt nothing. It gives you a little bit more view of the, center of the layout. Yeah, it sure is. I'm gonna have to talk to that. Naughty boxcar as to why it did that. Oh, well, no, that's not. Oh, well, here, let's do this. Let's pull the train forward onto the straight bit of track. Yeah, the boxcar, the really weathered boxcar right here, does not have the best knuckle couplers. Matter of fact, they're not even articulating knuckle couplers. It's just a knuckle. Oh, it's not really going to close to anything. But go ahead and get the UP moving again. No, mustache. No gremlins. Yes, Kevin, agreed. Yeah, it's I really enjoy the little layout. It's a lot of fun. It's great too because it's like it's perfect height for Brielle to come in if she wants to run a train on it. She can. So now what we can do. Hello, Jersey Bill. Where are you hiding? Oh, there he is. It is N scale. All right, so we do have some other trains too. Yes, Club. It was back when N scale was still pretty fresh, for sure. So we're going to cut away from the small layout for just a little bit. Cut away over to the tram line. And tonight we are, of course, bringing out the... Apparently this is N scale, but I can see it pretty good. I would hope so. I set the cameras up hopefully well enough to accommodate that, Holly. We are running our good old little trams tonight. Gonna go ahead and give this little one a shot. We'll get that one on its way. That is the little Kato My Tram in green for anybody interested. Hello, Richard. Welcome to the stream. Alrighty, and we got 2 more trains to get on their way. So let's start here. And you can't really see it because it's sitting off to the side. Well, what you can't see here is, well, this one here. Here, let's go ahead and we'll get it. Oh, there it goes. Had to wait for it to cough and sputter itself to life. We'll bring it a little closer and we'll go ahead and explain what it is. Get a little closer and get into focus a little bit. So what you have here on the outer track, on the large layout, we have a microtrains, aka Lifelike, SW1500 with ESU, DCC, and sound. And I will tell you, it's loud. For being as tiny as it is loud. Hello, Lynn McCurdy. Welcome back to the stream. So, for anybody that isn't familiar with just how big an SW1500 is in N scale, that's how big an SW1500 is in N scale. So this little one right here, we have set up do something a little different tonight, and have it pulling a UP maintenance of weight tray, couple of flats, and a crane car and idler. We'll go ahead and get this one cruising on down the line. All right. And get this going. This one you may see stutter here and there because it's tiny and it probably is due for a cleaning. I'm just a chicken shit to clean it. Oh, excuse me, I forgot. I am a chicken. So we got that one going. Go ahead and cut over to I'm hoping as that one runs, it'll clean itself out. I can hear it sputtering behind me. And I can see it just sputtering its butt off over here. I mean, see if I can pick up the speed a little bit. Maybe it'll... There we go. Oh, see, the powered calf is awesome, Mustache Mike. I'll have to take a look, being stuff, because I'm really interested to know. So, just for, people ask about it, I can have the information to give them about it. So, all right. So what we have here on this track is something a little different. Don't run it very often. We'll go ahead and roll it up here to the camera. You can get a little better look at it. What we have here is a Kato SDP 40F in the Maersk Sealand colors. Also one of my wife's locomotives. Thank you everybody for the compliments and the scenery. It's taken a bit of work. The loco that I have that you're the most jealous of is this one. It is Kato. Kato. I have a friend that was corrected in person by Mr. Kato. And what the Maersk is pulling, oh, something's happened. The SW is struggling a bit. Tomato. And what it is pulling is the FDP is actually pulling that string of my $25 string of Walther's metal double stack cars, or intermodal cars if you prefer. Like potato, or what about potato? And you have to pardon me. I do not have any containers to put in them, so the containers that you see is all I have. So I am going to be working on trying to get more. Yes, and everybody, if you haven't already, please, help me help the channel out. Let's get some, smash that like button. And if you aren't already, please subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications about future content. I have, oh, wait, that is taking off like a rocket. That's not supposed to take off like that. I definitely got to set some momentum on that one. I will be shooting another video this coming week. I have a box incoming. It should be here. It says Friday. I'm hoping it's not Friday. Dear God. The guy literally sent it today. I wouldn't hope that it was, I wouldn't hope that it's, almost a week. But hey, it is coming from the northeast corner of the U.S. up near you there, Will. Yeah, you never know. Oh, we did some adjustments too on various other cams on the layout. Like I tried to do some adjustment on the park loop today, and just to show there is work being done. I know I post pictures in the Discord. There is work being done. This entire loop of where all the sections of double track are now actually glued in place. They are officially glued down. So no more movement, no more going anywhere. One of the things that I did this last week was the transition from the curve to the flat off the grade. I smoothed out the transition a little bit so that it's not quite so abrupt, although apparently that locomotive still caught its plow, which is not... Huh? What the? Okay, stop on that one. I gotta go see what happened. You need to go double check what happened there. I'm gonna kick the SW speed up just a little bit. Boy, you got to hear this SW rev up. Revved up quite a bit, considering it's still not going very fast. I'll see if I can figure out what happened back here. Ooh. Very possible that trip pin caught or something. Shouldn't have been trip pin. Alright, well, you are going to be a punk. No, don't be a punk. Just play nice. Apparently that change right there is still a little bit too much for this particular locomotive to like. Here goes the little SW just going along at his like 35-40 miles an hour. Come on. May have to tell my wife her cattle couplers are going to have to go. Put some micro trains on it. Even though I nipped the nub off the coupler, it's still not playing nice. Alright. Yeah, Richard, and that's typically how it works. Hello, Iceman. Welcome back to the stream. Choo Choos and Brews. Welcome back to the stream. Alright, let's get this one off of its pause and let's go. Go ahead and go to the Station City Cam. And in case you didn't notice, this camera is sitting quite a bit lower than it used to. I went ahead and lowered this one because I figured this one kind of looked better. Especially when you have something coming down the station siding. There is no fret on the back of that train, unfortunately. But how low can it go? About that low. That's as low as it's going to go. Here, we'll go ahead and go over here to the aerodrome. Oh, I did find that apparently my favorite little antique train shop in downtown Clovis apparently has a bunch of die-cast Warbirds. So I may have to take a trip down there tomorrow. Where is its caboose? Well, it's a modern train, Holly. This one does not have a caboose. And I don't have a Maersk Sealand caboose or transfer platform. I think Maersk actually did have a transfer platform. So I'll need to actually go looking for one. Oh, I'm hearing it. I'm hearing the SW sputter up a storm. Oh, we got all these running. Go ahead and come over here and take a look on the small layout, how we're doing over here. Now, please mind the giant doorknobs. Yes, both chooches on this layout have caboose. And if you notice, the UP is not pushing its caboose this time. Technically, the era for both of these locomotives, yeah, modern train, the horror, exactly. Technically, both of the trains on this layout would have been right to still see a caboose on the back. Why is that thing going so? That's not good. Alright, we might be switching out the Maersk. The Maersk is not moving like it should be. Because at this speed before it was moving very, very quickly, and it is not going very, very quickly. Yeah, I don't know. Do not know. I need to actually turn up the SP just a hair too on the small layout because it is going a bit slow, and I don't know if it's the locomotive. It's not the locomotive, it's the power pack acting up. It's the old Bachmann, just not, the old school, probably like about as the vintage of this layout Bachmann power pack. Man, it's either flying or button. It's like it literally like just that notch. It goes from creeping to flying. I'm just gonna have to take what I can get. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about that. Barf man. Yeah. Jason, you could put a maintenance in the way equipment move on the end of that stack train with a caboose. True. I'm going to actually stop the stack train here for a moment. And actually, I'm going to throw you guys on the... apparently now the SP is in super fast mode, and I didn't even touch the throttle. Boy, sometimes you just can't win. Fresno, you could do one of those in lights on your train car. No, yes, I could. I do actually have a Fred car. I actually have 3 Fred cars here at the moment. 2 of them still need to be shipped. But I do have Fred cars I could technically put on the end of the train. Yes, Mustache Mike. This one's just not one of them, unfortunately. This one's just the old black with the little red knob with the flip out handle. No, again, Holly, I made that mention on Dave's stream, is that your Bachmann stuff is different than the Bachmann stuff I have. Now, granted, I do have a Bachmann steamer here that is actually a very nice steamer. And they do make some very nice steam engines. Their diesels still have a little ways to go yet. And the Bachmann narrow gauge stuff, like what Holly has, I'm sorry, there's just no comparison. I'm going to put my nerd glasses on real quick and see if this SDP even has any kind of lubrication in the trucks. Well, the motor doesn't smell hot. Yeah, it's got some oil in the trucks. But yeah, I don't think this one had a teardown since I started playing with the trains again, so it might actually just be due. But everything other than that seems to be in order and working just fine. So And it's not warm to the touch or anything, so I think it's probably all right. It's not making any noises, which would signify a really big issue. Really big issue that my wife would kick my arse about. All right, let's go ahead and we'll just get this one going again. And to be totally fair, this Maersk doesn't have a ton of runtime on it. So, all right, we're back at the computer, and of course the scene switcher. Oh, you can see the Maersk going up over the hill in the background. It could be a Harley. You know, BNSF, my big boy is a BLI, and other than the smoke unit, which works when it feels like it, it's all right. It needs another set of traction tire drivers, for sure. But you know, it runs good. It's got great detail. You know, it's got a lot of cool little features, like when the locomotive stops, the cab lights come on. When the locomotive starts moving, the cab lights go off. You know, stuff like that. Choo-choos and brews. Yes and no. You can't see it, but underneath the small layout are two HO Bachmann sets that I was given from my Nana when she passed away. Richard, yes. They said they were going to send me a new smoke unit and a set of traction tire drivers gratis. But that was also almost 2 weeks ago. So I do still have the invoice number that she gave me. So I was going to probably give them a call on Monday. I wanted to give them a chance, you know, benefit of the doubt kind of thing. So I will, you know, give them a call. Also, Atlas has not gotten back to me on my new or replacement axles for my Dash 8 either. So yeah, it was around the 4th when I had called them. So that's why, you know, even she said, you know, it probably won't go out next week, which would have been the week following the 4th, which, yeah. But, you know, so like I said, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt and going to get back with them. And of course, it's going to go to Lake Loop as both trains are leaving the Lake Loop. Oh, you can see the SW go by. See, I had a Paragon, I think it was Paragon 3, when they did the first run of the AC 6000s. Previous to the big boy, that was the last new BLI I had bought, was the AC 6000. And if you're familiar with the first run of the AC 6000s, that's the one that had the recall. So I did the recall, they fixed it, I got it back. The locomotive was a complete pain in the ass to speed match with anything else. So I went ahead and just sold it. I did have a set of E8s, I believe they were, for my daylight. I had a ABA set, which was funny because the A and the B were both powered, but the other A was actually a precision craft, which is what Broadway Limited used to be before they became Broadway Limited. and they actually all ran together very nicely. But when I went through and was doing a stupid purge of N scale after I had put the railroad in store or the layout in storage, they were one of the things that went because they were worth the most. So. Let's see. I had to swap a motor, replace all the decoders, and add capacitor. I never had any of those problems with the E units. E units all ran pretty good. The only thing they did do is they did get warm, but I never had an issue with them cutting out or burning out. I would just, if I did, like, for example, if I went to the club, then, I would stop when I got to Barstow and let them sit for a bit. Oh, these are all steam. Okay. But yeah. Choo Choos and Brews, there might be over in like the peaks in the corner, and when I eventually get to the back, along the back wall. Hello, Caleb Ferguson. Welcome back to the stream. I might have a little, hint of snow here and there, but it'll definitely be a lot less substantial than what it is currently, for sure. And I mean, I got totally sidetracked on that. Anyway, asked about the N scale. Who is it that asked about the N scale? That was all N scale. Anyways, I have two HO sets that eventually I will be doing around the top of the room. I also have right on scale in the garage. 2.5-inch scale, also known as narrow gauge Holly, in the garage. I also have G scale set my dad gave me, sitting in the garage, along with a large amount of outdoor rated track. So, yeah. And this poor switcher is still just cutting in and out. And this Bachmann pack is just not having it on the little layout. And I may have to just see if I can't switch it out for one of the other packs in one of these HO layouts or HO sets, because this one is just not having it tonight. Might have to try one of them. It's funny because it had been running fine the last couple of days. Which one, Choo Choos and Brews? The right on scale or the other stuff altogether? Jason, are you planning on getting the news? Yes, I am planning. The Screaming Eagle looks sick. I definitely want one of those. Yeah, Squirrel, I probably won't have scenery up there. Yeah, it might be tired. I've probably overworked it past its life expectancy at this point. So, used to be into live stream, but too many ignorant people in the hobby in Pennsylvania ruined. Yeah, I hear that a lot, RDK. Sadly, I really do. But yeah, Squirrel, I don't know that I'll have I probably won't have much in the way of scenery up there. It's just more to have somewhere to run the trains from my Nana and maybe anything else I happen to find along the way. Can't lie, you're a bit angry TN did what they did. You know what? I'm not mad they did what they did, but I think it's hilarious that a Canadian railroad outdid one of the largest U.S. railroads as far as a commemorative scheme. Both of them, frankly. Because the ones that UP did, in my opinion, don't come close to what CN did. I think they said by the end of it'll be available for pre-order. Kata will have it available for pre-order before the end of the year, I think. Yeah, that's probably what I'll end up doing, James. Exactly. Oh, it's on pre-order now, Mustache Mike? I did not know that. Well, see, Mike, that's why I don't buy Kata's DCC and sound units. I do my own, because then it sounds exactly how I want it to. Welcome back to the stream, Caboose. I would have taken a zebra painted SD70 M2. Okay, see, Douglas, yeah, I can understand that. I can definitely understand where you're coming from on that. I think they definitely should have done something. Hello, Cohen Shepherd. Welcome to the stream. I believe you are new to the channel, yes? Welcome to the stream. Pull up a chair and have a seat. BNSF, I do not, but I do have the ability to. Oh, well, awesome. John Train BFGR, welcome to the stream. Oh, that sucks, Club Chair. Yeah, just have a seat, pull up, and we're probably actually getting ready to start changing some motive power, because I'm definitely going to be changing this power pack on the N scale layout, because the one that's in there is not very happy by any stretch of the imagination. And that's probably what I'll do first. I'll leave this on Scene Switcher, and I will... Oh, wow. This is a very vintage Bachmann pack. Check this out. Well, I mean, I guess we'll find out if older's better. Here, we'll... You can look in this camera. This is the pack out of one of the HO sets. I guess we'll see if this one actually needs, or handles the job. So, oh, that was almost very bad. That would have been very, very, very bad. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to stop that one. And we are going to make sure nothing... Whew, don't do that. Oh, oops. Oopsie. Sorry, I cut off the wrong one. Give me 1 second. If I'm missing chat, it's not on purpose. Well, I mean, I guess it kind of is, but I'm not intentionally disrespecting anybody. I'm trying to fix a quick issue here. This is the first run of the stream with the small layout being a dual cab. So, being a dual cab layout. So we are gremlin shooting on the fly here. So we are kind of hoping that we can fix these issues. But so far, the stream's actually gone fairly well. Like to keep it going that way for sure. Okay, come on. Give me the wire. Thank you. You. Man, that thing gonna be the death of me. Give me a heart attack here. Ooh, yeah. Okay, I think it was the power pack for sure. Because that power pack is mighty warm. All right, we're going to go ahead and now set this battery down off to the side. I have to untangle the cord so that I can get it out of there. I will get back to chat here momentarily. Apologize. I will go ahead and file 13 that power pack. And yeah, we can cross our fingers that this one will do better. Also, pardon the camera getting bumped a little bit. When I say camera, I use that loosely. It is my phone. Come on. Okay. All right. Let's see how this one does. And to that one. Wrong way. Well, this one's kind of got the same problem. Except it is way touchier. Well, I guess that's all you're going to get when you say you can get a better power pack. You know, we are talking probably, I'm going to say this power pack is probably 80s vintage Bachmann power pack, so expecting it to give me the same range of throttle as the essentially MRC next to it. Yeah, chances are it's not going to happen. Oh my lord. Okay, well, I guess we'll just go with that. And we'll call that a day. All right. Sorry for being away. Let's see, what did I miss? You need custom decals for your railroad. Yeah, I've never done custom decals. I want to. I've just never done them yet. Oh, cloak. Nice. Yeah, BNSF, exactly. Yeah, that's definitely an old power pack. So we'll see. We'll see how it holds up. Yeah. No, RDK for sure. Those are things you don't want to hear. Hey. Eugene Kleiss, welcome to the stream. We're doing good so far. I just had to do a power pack swap. Which are you talking about, Cohen Schiffer? The power pack that I just did, or I just had the leads already set for it, so I just pulled one out, put one in. Well, not for that layout, Iceman. That layout I have set up is just strictly DC. Oh, and of course the camera's in an area where there's no choo-choos. All right, I think its next stop will be placed with choo-choos. Well, it'll be the small layout where you can see the SP and everything running. I mean, do you need to set up the track and plug in the power pack and it's ready? Yeah, pretty much. Like the track that you see right now on the stream is the outer track of the two tracks is the one that blue power pack was just hooked up to, and just like the other one, it's all or nothing. Almost kind of all or nothing, but we had a few new people show up. Let's Richard, would you like to choose something on the DC track, the small layout, or would you here? Let's go ahead and stop the scene switcher. So you can choose something that could run on this layout. Eugene Kleiss, do you have any Atlantic coastline and seaboard airline railroad locomotives on the line? I do not, Eugene, and I really actually do want some Atlantic coastline because I like purple. Obviously, you see the text on the screen. It's purple. I like the purple and silver paint job on the Atlantic coastlines. The problem is Atlantic Coastline is one of those rare railroads, and of course everybody on eBay treats them like they're gold-plated. So I do not have gold-plated money. So I'm kind of patiently biding my time until I can find one at a reasonable price, and then I will have some. Seaboard, I may end up picking up some Seaboard because my antique shop buddy actually has a couple Seaboard units in his cubby. Let's see. I chose something last stream, so check with the new. Oh, okay. All right. I will do that then. Let's go ahead and I know Cohen is also new. So Cohen, would you like to pick anything in particular for the DC layout? Yes, Eugene. I do have a few Union Pacific locomotives. I do have, where is it now? I've got this one coming up on the crest cam. It's slowly but surely making its way. I have SP, I have UP, I have Florida East Coast, I have currently only have one Canadian Pacific locomotive. I do have I have a nickel plate road Berkshire. I have a big boy. I have a Challenger. I have a SP Mikado. I have 3 different GS4s. I have the Freedom Train. I have a War Baby. I have a Daylight. I do have some Japanese commuter stuff. I have a Japanese DMU set that I can actually put on the tram line, which I was actually thinking of changing the tram out on the tram line. Let's do the big boy. Okay. We can do that. Do you have a Norfolk Western? I do not, Eugene. I do not have a Norfolk. I used to have a J. I technically still have half of a J. I have the locomotive and I have the auxiliary tender, but I do not have the original tender. It's another one that is either going to be replaced entirely or will be kind of piece back together about new. I have not seen it, Cohen. Holly did. Holly, Raven, and a few others. All right, so let's get now, Cohen. Next question. You said big boy. Do you want passenger big boy, like excursion, or do you want freight service big boy, like what it would have done in real life? Diesel locomotives. I do not. I used to have a Norfolk Southern, but I do not have any NW diesel locomotives. Again, there's a lot of roads I want to get stuff on in. Being just back into the hobby again, there was a lot of stuff I had that I had sold back when I was still working and making a lot more money than I am now, thanks to my boss crushing my leg. But yeah. Okay. Let's make it freight. Okay, we can do that. Now, Cohen, you being new, I'm going to go ahead and start this back on the scene switcher. No more big boy, so overplayed. Well, hey, maybe the smoke unit will actually work. You never know. I love Southern. I like the Southern as well. I would love to find a Crescent Limited, Eugene. I would really love to find a Crescent Limited. All right. Now, Cohen, you being new to the channel have not seen the big boy that I have. My big boy is... Have fun at work. Yep, bye-bye. That's my daughter saying bye as she's leaving for work. You have not seen the big boy I have. The big boy I have is technically non-prototypical, but I'm okay with that. Here, I'm going to turn the scene switcher off real quick. But I have a thing for the two-tone gray. So this one popped up at my favorite little antique shop, and he had layaway, so I was not going to say no. And last week, I think I had ended the stream with the big boy and the Challenger, which my Challenger, by the way, is also in two-tone gray. And I had them both pulling passenger. Oh, this poor SW needs cleaned so bad. Let me get a rerailer for this because many axles. And yes, please. Oh, that hurt. That was almost bad. I need to get a bar stool in here again. All right, now the fun part. Pulling this thing out of the case. No breaky, please. No breaky. Oh. Whew. It's always a terrifying experience getting this thing out of its case. I think I'm gonna probably stop putting it in its case soon and just put it in the car case with the Challenger. One of the reasons why I put the Challenger in there was because it was a terrifying ordeal. Oh, come on. It is not playing nice with me. There we go. And I did add this to JMRI just before the stream. So I can run this from the computer. Do need to do a wheel check though. And let me go ahead and put you guys back on Team Switcher. Not staring at my butt. Oh, Mustache Mike just doesn't like UP. Don't mind him. He'll be fine. He's also why I own a Katy Heritage UP locomotive too. But hey, in return, he is technically getting a Norfolk. You know what? I take back. I do have a Norfolk Southern diesel locomotive technically. Well, I do, but it's going to end up with Mustache Mike here soon. I have the Virginian scheme Heritage unit. But I consider that one to actually be Mustache Mike's, since that's where it's going to be headed to. Okay. So we need to bring up a throttle for 4023. Oh, I love BLI. I love BLI. Because it actually shows what all the functions are natively in JMRI. I don't have to program them all in. They all just say what they are. You don't have to put in any special text or anything. They're just there. Thank you, BLI. Yeah, see, you know, you're like I used to be, BNSF. I used to be the same way. Oh, I do not like how that's leaning. And it's probably worse than it actually is. Or looks worse than it actually is. But to me, it looks like it's about to fall off the edge of the layout. All right. Hey, there's nothing wrong with the 2882 or 2884 there, Richard. Nothing at all. Okay, so you said freight. Everything's still running over here? Okay. Oh, this poor. What we may do is we may just pull off this poor poor SW and leave its train sitting here and just back the big boy onto it and have the big boy take it on the end of its train. We'll throw the, oh, I can't do that. I mean, I can, but, hang on a second. I'm going to have to bring the SW back as its brakes screech as I bring it to a halt. Yeah, I was going to say, I may just run it with the crane on the end instead of a caboose, much to Holly's chagrin. Hey, you know what? I'll just hitch this onto the back of the caboose. Back this up just past that switch. That should do her. All right. Oh, yeah. I did say instead of a caboose, but then I changed my words, Holly, and said I would attach that behind the caboose. So basically, the caboose signifies the end of the freight train, and the maintenance of way train is just tacked on the end. So relax, Holly. Yeah, I know, Squirrel, seriously. All right. Let's see what we've got in here. We got a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. Ended up having Holly coming over here and beating me about the head and neck. Come on, you. Catch up. There we go. That's not a good sound. I don't want to hear that. All right. Okay. We'll pull this one out. This one on deck. Hopefully this boxcar doesn't make me regret choosing to put it on the train. Okay. And we'll throw this on there just for shiggles. Put these two on here. These poor guns don't get much run time. Alright, we'll pull the train up a little bit. And get rid of the SW throttle and move the big boy up into its place. Okay. Put this caboose on. Alright, we'll have it come out onto the main. Go ahead and get its headlight on. We'll go ahead and stop the scene switcher while we do this. We'll come over here to the lake loop. Here, we'll let you hear this real quick. Oh, well, I guess it didn't feel like actually blowing smoke. Yes, being a SEP, they most certainly do. Uh-oh. Yep. And Jason just screwed up. Dum da dum dum dum. Oh. Wow, okay. I didn't know that had happened. Well, it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have worked if I'd have tried anyways. Interesting. Okay. Give me 1 second to... locomotive. Did it not retrip? Okay, give me 1 second. I think my power cab is stuck in a loop. There it goes. All right. Well, pooh. Wonder if I killed GMRI when I did it. Let me restart it. Sorry, everybody. Totally my fault this time. Yeah, it's my fault, JB. I goofed it this time. Oh, yeah, no, it's being major butthole. Being major jerkholio over here. Okay. See if that fixed it. It looks like it did. Like GMRI came back online. Alright, cool. Roll. And where is... this one's only going to be on for a short while longer. Anyways. Alright. Alright. Big boy is back on. What is currently my most rare loco? That track section's not the issue, Iceman. What it was is I hadn't thrown the switch, and so it hit and it's short. Again, it had nothing to do with the track. It had everything to do with me. And we are currently thrown, so we can bring the big boy out. What the hell? I don't know what's going on over there now. Alright, well, I'll have to figure out what is... Give Jason a cognitive test. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. The switch is flipped, Bill. I think as it's coming out, something shifted. Yeah, see? You know, it didn't actually short it out. Because the locomotive's still going. I think it was the locomotive itself that just had an issue. That's weird. Alright, anyways, Sponge Thomas Epstein Pants. Subscribe to the channel. Welcome to the channel. That sounds almost like an Alex name. More than likely it probably is Alex. Alright. We are... Alright, we are thrown. I have to clean up the points right there too. Might have been, you know, there might be some paint issues or something going on right there from when I was doing all the scenery work. Because apparently I had actually got some paint into the switch. No, I mean, it's possible it might be dirty track, Holly. Watching for the hitch. There it is. All right. All right. Gotta definitely give this thing some momentum. Does not seem to have much, if any. Okay. Now we will go to Nickel Barrel Drum. We'll watch it kind of go off into the... What's a no-no? Momentum? Yes, Holly. Well, it's a tram line. There's not much to really screw it up. And believe it or not, because it's only got 2 axles, it handles the unevenness of the trolley line really, really well. There you go. There's a nice shot for you. Will, if you're wondering about that, That, sir, is a 727F FedEx. I picked that up when I was in Minneapolis for Expo. Now the next question is going to be, how well does Mr. Big Boy climb the hill with this train? Because much to my astonishment, Broadway Limited only put one set of traction tires on this locomotive. It's got one axle with traction tires. And, well, you can see how well it's doing. Not very well at all. Come on. Yep, it's just sitting there spinning its wheels. Come on, you can do it. This was another reason why I had asked Broadway Limited for another set of traction tire axles. Because if this thing had two sets of traction tire axles, or had, two axles with traction tires, it wouldn't have these problems. Because the locomotive itself has the weight. It just doesn't have the means to grip the rails. And the bluing that they put on the wheels does not help with adhesion very well. So I'm probably going to have to pull off those last three cars, which is disappointing, but it was a good idea. It should make it the rest of the way up the hill without an issue. Should. Sorry, everybody. That took way longer than I wanted it to. And meanwhile, the poor Maersk has just been sitting over here the whole time, minding his own business. Hey, I got a break though. No, actually, being up, they're both geared. They're both powered. Yeah, RDK, I agree, traction tires, ew, but in N scale, unless you're going to weigh a half a pound like a brass locomotive, this is the only way to get traction and be able to pull. I'm not sure, BNSF. I'm not sure. I do know that the other set of driver, because when it was sitting there right there spinning its wheels, it was all 8 wheels were spinning in place. So all right, BNSF, yeah, have yourself a good night. Well, we'll get this sucker sorted out. She's a nice locomotive. She has potential. She just needs a little extra TLC. I think the other set of traction tire drivers will solve the issue. And she'll at least be able to pull a moderately sized train. My 2% grades with curves do not help the situation at all. So we will go ahead and bring the we will bring up to a stop, and we will pull that off, and we will take the 2 flats off the back, put them back in the box with the tanks. And we will go ahead and Send big boy back on its way. Go ahead and get the scene switcher going again. Alrighty, Eugene. Sorry about the issues. I was gonna try and get something on for you. Sorry about the hang-ups. And we have a joke around here. It's Gremlins are us. You know, I had a pretty good stream last week, relatively Gremlins free, and this week, you know. Oh, you're still watching the trains. Okay. Mustache Mike, thank you for what, sir? Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Eugene. Why does it seem like it's just not going very fast? There it goes. See if it goes up the incline. Yeah, goes up the incline without those last four cars. I think it was because the crane, I could actually hear the crane's wheels going click, 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 click. Casper! Welcome to the stream, sir. I do not have any CSX yet. I do plan to get some CSX. I just do not have any yet. I'm going to turn this fan off. I don't need that fan on. I do not have any CSX yet. But I do, like I said, I do plan on getting some. All right, that's swapped out. What can I run? We need to get these poor souls over here on the little layout a break. I know I just keep striking out, Eugene. I'm really sorry. Yeah, I know, Richard. That's how it works. Yes, Holly, it should, honestly. And I know the Athearn variant can. But I also know that the Athearn variant has an axle with traction tires on each of the two locomotives. This one's only got it on one, which is the rear. So, and it's either the rear or one of the two. It's only got one set on the entire locomotive, and it should have at least two for its size. So, I just don't know. I just do not know. Well, we used to have SP. Used to. We've got UP. We've got BNSF. I don't have any BNSF yet, but I do have leads on some BNSF, which I will probably end up grabbing at some point. Get some rest there, RDK. Thanks for coming and hanging out. It was great having you, and we'll catch you again, sir. we got BNSF, and there's some short line stuff that runs through here that I don't have any of, but those are really hard to find in N scale. But they are made in N scale. They're just real hard to find. But yeah, I'm feeling bad because you keep asking, and I don't have a lot of it, so I don't have anything I can really just put on the track and go. Yes, and the Amtrak train's going to Emporia, Virginia. NS Railroad still used until 2014. Yeah. Amtrak is another one that is something I will have again. I used to have a nice full Amtrak train with actually two different choices of motive power. I had a dual set of STP 40Fs, and I had a set of F40s that I used to run. I also had a Pepsi can, and then I had the Dash 8 in Amtrak California colors. Again, all items that were worth a penny, so were sold. And by the way, at this point, what you had asked Mike before about what was my rarest locomotive at this point is probably going to be that Challenger I have. I mean, as far as rarity and age, probably going to be that Concord Challenger, but that Concord Challenger is nowhere near stock. All right, Richard, thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Hope you have a great night. Actually, I think the most prevalent railroad I have is New England Central. Oh, yeah. You passed on a U50 on Amtrak to buy another turbo train. Yikes, Mike. Another turbo train? I do have a U50. I have the UP U50. That's another one that's kind of on the rare side. It's not UP U50, it's an SP U50, sorry. I live in California, Eugene. Central Valley, California. Holy sweet mother of... Why do I have a foot-long hair from my wife wrapped around one of my pine trees on the small layout? Holy crap. I thought it was just a hair stuck to the tree, and it turned out it was wrapped around the whole thing. Holy crap. I just vacuumed those trees off, too. Couldn't pass up the deal with the third of what you paid for the first one. Yeah, okay. I can see that. Here in Freeman, Virginia, Brunswick County, Virginia. Okay. The turbos are cool. You know what I want? I want a turbo liner, which was like the next iteration of the turbo train. There actually are some turbo liners actually around in some of the Amtrak, crash yards. All right, well, I just keep striking out. I really gotta think. You know what? Let me go over to my motive power box, Eugene, and see what I've got in there. Let me look underneath the layout too and see what else I've got underneath. There's so much that I used to have that I don't have anymore, and it's just one of those I kick myself every time I look at old pictures of the old layout and the trains I had, and it's just like, this is my stop. Got to work in the morning. Good night. Great stream. Thank you so much, Choo Choos and Brews, for coming and hanging out. You have yourself a great evening, and have a good day at work tomorrow. And we'll see you next time. So what can we put? Go ahead and stop the Maris right here. See, the Maris cast momentum, he just glides to a stop. There's nothing like... All right. All right. Yeah, exactly, Mustache. Or Mike, that's exactly it. All right, so what should we... Wait, why is the shell like wanting to slip off the SDP-40? That was a scary feeling. Lifted up on it and the shell shifted up. Don't do that to me. Give me a heart attack. All right. I'm going to come over here real quick. I can actually still see chat over here, by the way. I already had the tablet fired up. So I can actually see you over here at the work desk, or the workbench. All right. STP put away. That's done. I don't have to worry about that. I have to get slapped by my wife. Or why is my train out still? And you know what? While I'm sitting here, I will pull off the little tram. And I will get the little tram swapped out. Knock out a whole bunch of things all at once while we're sitting here. Oh, so that's why it was doing that. Okay. That makes sense. Alrighty. You need a sleeping tablet, Spence? Welcome to the stream. Well, I don't know whether to take that as a compliment or a slap in the face there, Spence. I try not to put people to sleep, but I mean, if you want to fall asleep to the sound of my droning ass voice, then sure. Come hang out. I'm just over here changing some things out real quick. Well, he said I need a sleeping tablet, as in this is so riveting he can't fall asleep. Ah, okay. Yeah, I could take it that way too. Yeah, that yeah, it could go that way too. Well, you're right. You're right. All right. So what could we run? Ugh. You know, it's too bad I don't have any cotton belt, Eugene. That would run down there. Well, no, you're in Virginia. Cotton belts. Not. I don't think cotton belt ran that high. Stop touching the tablet or the screen of your tablet or go to sleep. This is true. This is true. There is a pending project with this little tram. Is that to add headlights and taillights to it? That is a pending project. for the little tram. It doesn't have an interior for whatever reason, probably because, it only cost me $40 or $50 for the whole set of, both the powered and dummy car. But I plan to add lights to it, so STP for now. Let's go ahead. We'll put this on here. Nice, Iceman. Nice. You threw a zinger at me in the beginning, but I ignored you. See, it's not that I'm ignoring people, Russ. I probably just didn't see it. To be totally honest. I do not, Eugene, but I hope to soon. I plan on getting some F units real soon. Because I really want some round nose units. I actually just grabbed a SPE 8, E8, E9, screaming deal off eBay for a Kato unit. I think I got it for $55 shipped to my house. So, pretty good deal if you ask me. Yes, Cotton Belt is a SP company. Yeah, I know, and I feel bad. I really honestly do. It's like everyone he asks, and I'm just like, oh, no. Okay. Well, let's go this way. I feel real bad because it's like every time he asks for something, I just don't have it. I have a couple of Cotton Belt cars here and there. Obviously I have a lot of SP. That's just because I'm an SP nut. So. Alright, so we now have our first Japanese train of the night running on the tram line. Got the little class 50 or series 58s running. Still need to figure out what I'm going to put on the front of those intermodal cars. Maybe time to actually bust out some horsepower. I have not, Eugene. I've not. I've heard them, never seen them. Same with 4449, the Daylight PS4. I've heard it when it was in town. I never saw it. I have heard the Challenger, never seen it. So close yet so far, on all accounts. I would love to see 611's definitely on my list of ones I want to see. I want to see 611. I want to see 765. I want to see the Pierre Marquette 1225. Oh, what happened there? Glad I thought that. The heck? Weird. What the heck is going on here? Maybe we'll run it the other way then. Goofy like that. That was really weird. Why does it do that? I'll have to investigate the track. What the hell is that? There's a lot of them that I really, yeah, I really love the C611. All right, well, it seems to be running better that way, so we'll leave that like that. We'll leave that doing that. What should we do? Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna, I don't know why that says it's consistent. I don't know why it's saying great stream tonight, chatting with everybody. Yeah, you go ahead, you have a good night there, James. Yeah, we're probably gonna, call it quits at 11 tonight. Still trying to find something for poor Eugene. Feels so bad because I don't have anything he's asking for. All right, I am going to pull this back. We're going to do a last ship that's probably going to make some people cringe, but I don't care. Oh, those sound kind of cool. That's an interest. Oh, man, I just... Jason. Just shorted out the railroad again. Ay, 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 ay. Why? Come on. Well, we're having a great night. Can't really, I guess, give Dave too much crap now. Because... done it how many times tonight so far? Ay... See if I can not short it out again with the Katie. Certain individual in chat is the reason why I own this one now. And I am muy mucho grateful. Okay. Now... oh, Dave, you will have more gremlins and you will know what to do with, sir. I'm currently running 5 trains at once right now, 5 different tracks, and I'm over here ready to pull my friggin' hair out. So, yeah. Loco 1988. And the tram line's the only one really not giving a fuss. It gave a fuss at first, and that's it. 4401. Here, Loco 4401. Here. That one is backwards. Here. Light. Headlight. Forward. And of course, the 2 Kata locomotives together take off. No problem. Of course, right? I'm still here. Well, except when I took my grandson to work half hour ago. But nothing to add, just listening. Well, thank you, Lynn, for hanging out. Yes, the MKT are, now one of the bygone railroads, but, UP at least was nice enough to do a very nice, colorful, heritage unit for them. And very, very much like that locomotive. All right, let's throw some cars on this one. Where did my rerailer go? Oh, it's over there. Oh, I found a second Kato rerailer, Dave. I found it when I was going through some boxes. It was like, score! I do not. I have N-scale HO, no actual HO track up yet. I have G-scale in the garage that hasn't been put up yet, and then I have right on live steam. Let's get the big boy going again. No reason it should be sitting on its butt. Headline. Try the smoke again. See if we're going to get any smoke. Oh, there was smoke for a second. Oh, I can see the element lighting up. And it's actually lighting up quite nicely if it was getting fluid. I just don't think it's getting any of the fluid that's, I know, is down in the reservoir still. I know there's still plenty of fluid down in the reservoir. Where it started doing it, Holly, that was not anywhere near a camera. I actually did change the length of the timer for the smoke, though. So it is actually longer. It's supposed to go for 2 minutes now. Default is 1 minute. But I did change it to 2 because I was hoping to maybe possibly see some smoke, and I guess I was incorrect. So, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Okay. Okay. All right, big boy is going just fine. Let's see if we can find a couple other odds and ends cars. Let's see if we can find the MKT boxcar. Because I do have an MKT boxcar. And, come on, the Katie's pulling the train. The MKT boxcar should be on the train. Ah, yes, there it is. Go ahead and throw that on there. Oh, yeah, we got to throw this one on just so I can show, like, oh, wait, what happened? Oh, no. Why do you do this? Here, we'll put this on there just so I can say I'm running a Canadian car. Although after what it just did, I'm kind of scared now. All right, let me switch out my throttles here real quick. Auto. There we go. Throttle. Okay. We'll get it moving. Move it up the line a little bit here. And I need to find where I put. Go ahead and bring this one back to a stop again. I'm trying to find. The other one I need to do is I need to get some Burlington Northern. Because I actually have a nice Burlington, a very nice actually, Burlington Northern caboose. And a couple nice Burlington Northern cars. There's a Virginia Central car. Throw that on the back of that one. Alright, now I need to find my Fred car. Oh, Fred car, where did you go? Fred car, you are not in there. Okay. Are you in here? No. He's not in there. Where'd I put it? This one? No, it's not in this one. Now this is getting kind of annoying. Trying to find this freaking car. Normally I have this car right where I can find it. There it is. Found it. This Fred car, honestly, it works, but it's just not as bright as the other Fred cars I have. It's kind of poop. But it is what it is. This is a very big box car. They're flashing. Okay. Here we go. Alright, let's send the KT on its way. Okay. One thing I do like about the NCE Power Cab is that whenever you put a consist together, it almost always adds momentum to the consist. Okay. You need to wrap up the stream, Fresno, so Holly can get some rest. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, she's not asleep, but she's still laying in pretty much the same spot and just kind of looking around. But I don't know. So what do you? Let's put it this way. So How do you guys feel about how I set things up as far as the small layout being the DC and then keeping the large layout, running the DCC, which apparently the camera still can't figure out where the damn trains are. Holy crap, that commuter train zooming. Holly, yes. Well, I'm working on trying to get... I'm going to try and see if I can't pick up the parts for my PC so that I can mount the video card traditionally. And what that'll allow me to do is that'll allow me to put in expansion USB slot cards in the empty PCI slots in the case. And so what that will allow me to do is that'll give me more USB controllers to handle more cameras, which will allow me to have more cameras active at once. The stupid delay between the camera switching and not being able to really do the multicam view like Dave and Kevin have been doing, it really kind of irritates me that I can do that, but it's also going to mean fewer cameras. I'm not going to be able to have all of these cameras active at once. So that's the only downside until I can get more USB controllers in my computer. Once I can do that, then, You think I got infected by Dave? Why is that? Because I have so many... I have the want for so many cameras. It's possible. It's very possible. Mike, you don't know how many times that's actually crossed my mind recently. Yeah, Holly, that's kind of where it is. I know how to fix my problem. It's a matter of fixing my problem. But in order to fix my problem, I have to fix another problem. And it just kind of snowballs. So, it's something that I just need to do, get off my butt and make it happen. So, and I can do it. I just got to do it. Stop buying so many trains. I can't keep up with the Daves and the Kevins. And fix my underlying thing. That good old thing, you got to build the foundation before you can start building the house. So I kind of skipped the foundation. Well, I had kind of a foundation, just wasn't a real super high quality one, but I've learned a lot thanks to Dave and Kevin. And I really do appreciate them, helping me out and showing me stuff. So, show me what I need to do in order to get to where I want to get. And I still got to get rid of a lot of the snow. Because that's another thing that's kind of exciting me, is just to get the scenery going so that it, doesn't look like it's always winter on the layout. So, but yeah. Yes, Katie Locomotive. Katie Locomotive is... You turn off the scene switcher. And the Katie Locomotive will be passing right here in front of the camera. And it's the Katy and Montana Rail Link. There's the Katy, and there's the Montana Rail Link. Next train ride, hopefully will be the Cass Railroad and a big celebration. Nice. Yeah, that shot worked out pretty well, huh? Big boy on the lower line and the Diesel's on the upper. And we can go to this loop. We can catch them passing each other in the park loop. We got about 15 minutes left. Go through. I want to thank everybody for coming out and hanging with me through the gremlins. Obviously, there were a few. But yeah, it happens. Trying my best to learn to start dealing with them and not get quite so frustrated with them. Overall, I'm more or less happy with the track alignments. Oh, that's not good, Russ. I was happy with the the way the track laid down in the park loop. I still need to fix some of the transitions, obviously, because they were being a little picky with some of the locomotives. But yeah, Lynn, I will definitely try and be there for sure. So much UP filth. Yes. Lots of UP filth going on. This is probably the best shot so far on the railroad. I almost pulled all the trees out today and started repopulating with trees, so that might be another thing I do over this next week is start repopulating trees on the layout. I have a whole bunch of pine trees I need to flock and get the make them fluffier, let's put it that way. I have a whole bunch to do. But need to get them done so I can get them on the railroad and start making it look like the forest it's supposed to be. Montana and Wyoming, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, get the flock out. Yeah, exactly. Got to do the old hairspray trick on the trees. Thank you very much there, Mike. I mean, it had its ups and downs tonight for sure. You know, besides my constant babbling that I really gotta, or waffling, as Dave puts it. Yeah, need to stick to getting with it. You good night, Eugene. Thank you for hanging out. And sorry I had everything but what you were asking for. We will definitely do our best to try and fix that. Yes, thank you very much for that, Eugene. I really appreciate it. Alrighty. Oh, again, I'm doing it again. Missing all the train action because I'm too busy gabbing. Eugene, it's typically Saturday nights about the same time as tonight. Going live at about 8:30 Pacific time every Saturday. Sometimes I do Sunday or Fridays if I'm not going to be home on Saturday. I will try and go Friday nights after Dave Scott Rails streams. So, but that's typically when I go, and I drop videos throughout the week. I will have a video coming. I'm not exactly sure when. It all depends on when the box I'm expecting shows up. I do know that it is a FedEx box that weighs 2 pounds, and it's full of end scale. So we'll see. We'll see what we end up out of that one. So here, smoke control. Let's see. You gonna wake up smoke? You gonna get a whiff? You gonna get anything? You gonna get anything? Come on, bruh. Come on. Give me a whiff. Give me something. Oh, there's a little bit. Well, hopefully you get that sorted out there, Russ, so you can get that, get back to taking care of business. Like, get back to taking care of things. Holly, hopefully everybody has an easier week coming up than they had last week. Oh, what the hell happened to the... To check out the frame on that tank car. It looks like it's all messed up. Hopefully everybody has a easier rest of the weekend than they had week, and everybody has an easier week next week. I will be streaming again next weekend. I was going to be going to San Jose, but apparently my wife has to work next weekend. So whenever my wife has to work on a weekend, that means Jay does not go anywhere. Jay keeps his butt home so that we can ensure Brielle is taken care of. So I will be streaming again next weekend. I don't know. I might get a wild hair up my butt if I can actually get the work in that I want to get done in the next couple days on the layout. Might just do a pop-up stream at some point. So yeah, that would be awesome, Raven, for sure. Waking up without having a migraine is always a plus, I have to say. Yeah. Well, it is what it is, Holly. She's essentially the bread earner, so the breadwinner. So it is what it is, and we just make do. Oh, that MKT's awfully wobbly. So, we make do. We got about 6 minutes left. I'm going to go ahead and hush on my side and follow the trains around and let everybody enjoy the trains. And we'll be wrapping it up. Got about 6 minutes left. I am going to try and get the freaking smoke to go off one of these times as it goes by the camera. Because I know it's got smoke fluid in it. Not like the crap evaporates. Well, now that I don't have to worry about planning a 5-year-old birthday party and dealing with that, this should be a freaking cakewalk of a week. I agree with that, Raven, 100%. I thought I was busy when I was working. I feel like I'm busier now. Thank you for coming and hanging out, Crazy Trains. Have yourself a good night and good rest of your weekend. Where is it? I ain't even gonna try and make it smoke over here. You ain't gonna see it. Well, thank everybody again for coming and hanging out. And we will see you next time, either on Dave's stream, Kevin's stream, or somewhere in between. Have a good rest of your week, everybody, or weekend, everybody. Have a great week. Till next time, stay safe, keep it on the rails.